Hey everybody, welcome back.
Howdy.
Another special episode. This time we went ahead and caught Shin Kamen again. We just came back from the theater.
Yes.
We mentioned doing this in the podcast earlier, and now we did it. So, sorry, I am here, Super Blastex,
And I'm Toku Tony. What's up?
and we're gonna talk a little bit about Shin Kamen and what we thought about it. The pictures we pulled are going to be from the trailers, and we are going to get into spoilers later on.
Yes.
We're going to try to talk more about our feelings of the film first, sort of what we thought about it, and plot points that don't spoil anything, and then we'll get into spoilers in the later half of the episode.
Later half of the episode.
Of this review, excuse me.
Oh, I see.
But we'll let you know.
Man, just overall, I love this movie. I really wanted to see it twice.
Nice.
Nice. So seeing it in different theaters was weird.
Mm-hmm.
The second theater that we saw, terrible seats, which previously I had said that I love our theater because it has the best seats, which it does. Every other theater that we go to is like, man, these seats are tiny, they're uncomfortable. Like, my butt hurts right now.
So what did you think of the movie, though?
Oh man, I was enthralled. I was captivated by it.
Before we get into that, without spoiling anything, what was the movie about?
It was about Kamen Rider Ichigo and his battle against Shocker.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, why are you listening? No. Those of you who don't know,
That's good though.
Kamen Rider is a tokusatsu live-action special effects franchise from the 70s.
Yes.
70s?
Yeah, 70s.
Yeesh, yeah. Where a man becomes a cybernetic karate bug man.
Yeah.
Who fights an evil organization, not unlike the N-word, NAZI.
Right. Because the people that are in there are from there.
Yes, NAZI. I don't want to say it because I don't want to, whatever.
1971.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the screen a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, it was, huh? Yeah, at the end it showed it.
So what's interesting is, and this is in the show, so it's also in the movie. The organization actually created Kamen Rider.
You're right. Right.
But he turns because the scientist helps him. Every time I think about Ichigo and the origins of Kamen Rider, it makes me think of Captain America as well.
Okay.
Because he also fights a sort of an offshoot of NAZI. NAZIS, and Hydra, and he gets augmented as well, and he fights for truth and justice and stuff like that. Some of my favorite fan art is Kamen Rider versus Captain America.
Oh,
Ichigo
that's great.
versus Captain America.
Yeah.
Although they would totally just shake hands and fight crime together.
They do the handshake with also the wrist and the forearm.
Yeah.
Really like. Yeah.
So yeah, this was a retelling. So I have not seen all of Kamen Rider Ichigo, the first series.
Yeah.
Have you seen a good amount of it, or?
I've seen a bit of it. It gets really slow.
Okay.
Because it's a show from 1971, so whenever I started it, I was really intrigued by it since I loved Kamen Rider in the past. But actually getting through the show is a little difficult just because it's so slow and dry and very 1971.
So yeah, I do like this version of it because it very much streamlines it. My only big complaint about this film. So the film's plot basically covers the first couple episodes, right?
The first few episodes with the augments.
Yeah, the Augs.
Yeah.
And we do see the Augs in this movie.
And some plot points in the later series.
Now this movie is about 2 hours long.
Yeah.
I think it could have either A, been shorter, or B, 2 movies.
Okay.
I think the first movie, I'm gonna lean on that suggestion more, because if you cut too much of this, I think it loses some of what it is.
I see what you're saying.
But if you make it longer, 2 movies, I think that would have helped some of the pacing in this film. Excuse me. For example, I think, without getting into spoilers, well, I'll tell you where I think it should be 2 movies in the spoilers. I think you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so the movie sort of sets its goals, sets its positioning. We're very, very early on in the movie,
right?
And you sort of just jump and run with it. It just goes,
right. You get in there, basically from the first minute of the.
I'm not even. Huh? I'm not even doing the pictures.
Oh shit! Yeah, basically from the first minute, you're thrown into this world, this action, this fighting, this pace. It really got me. It got me in a way that it sort of tricked me. I thought this was going to be the pacing for the whole movie, which it wasn't, thankfully, but it was good for what it was in the beginning. I like how he said it's a retelling, so it goes over some plot points from the first few episodes, but it streamlines a lot.
Yeah.
Some of the characters that you know from the original Kamen Rider series aren't in this one. Some of them have been taken away just for story reasons. Some of them have been moved elsewhere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. A special edition to this movie, which I was so surprised that they put him in, which it isn't a spoiler, but in the movie there's a character from an entirely different tokusatsu show that is not in Kamen Rider.
You're talking about Kikator? Inazuma Man.
He's not Kikator.
I didn't think so.
No, he is.
I thought people would think he was.
He's Detective K.
Oh,
he's
that guy.
Robot Detective K. He is. Oh man, he's so cool. He's in his fashion, he is the robot half and half with a suit. Robot Detective K. He has his own series from the 70s again, but they put him in this movie and aligns him with Shocker, which I'm not sure of the connections, but it does.
He doesn't seem like he's 100% there with Shocker, because he's learning.
From the creators, it definitely seems like they wanna, he's in the background. They want to build him up. I know Anno doesn't have plans right now to make a second one.
Anno, the director.
Yeah, Anno Hideaki Anno, the director, doesn't have plans to make a second one right now, as far as I know. But God, you got me doing it. How'd that happen? But I know that he's put in there for a greater purpose. He's very shown off a little bit, which why it isn't a major spoiler. But he's in the movie. Overall, no, not overall. Just basic premise for the characters. Ichigo, which is just named Kamen Rider in this one. Hongo Takeshi. He is a kind-hearted loner that is brought into the organization, the anti-Shocker organization, sort of against his will, but it works in his favor. And Kamen Rider Nigo, or Kamen Rider number 2, which is introduced later on through spoilers. But also alongside them is Midorika, Ruruki Midorika, the daughter of the scientist that gave Ichigo his powers in this movie. And the side characters here, which aren't revealed to the end, like how I said,
their names aren't revealed to the end. But
yeah, the names are revealed to the end, but there is hints of it. this person that we're seeing right now, that's Taki from the original show, the one from the FBI, and the one before this one, that's Tachibana, who in the original show is the motorcycle club leader, the one that taught Ichigo how to ride a motorcycle, do all the stunts and all that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So in this movie, he's a government official. A government official doing a side thing or something. I forget the exact wording.
He's
but
on babysitting duty.
And then he introduces Tachibana as the intelligence, which he's from the FBI.
Yeah.
Super cool guys at the end.
Now, as you can see in the pictures, these are from the trailers. This isn't just Ichigo's story, as you mentioned.
Right. We follow Ichigo through most of it, but the characters of the side characters have their own morals and story plots in them, which carry just as much weight as Ichigo, in my opinion. The action in the movie is amazing. I think that for the beginning of the movie, what you get into, it's very high pace and very high octane, and those moments do carry out through the rest of the movie. But I'm glad that we get like spaces in between. What did you think about the fight scenes?
They were cool. They were brutal. Real quick before I get too far into it, excuse me. This movie is called Shin Kamen Rider.
Right.
It is part of a series of projects headed by Hideaki Anno, who is the guy who created Neon Genesis Evangelion. So he made Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, a redo of
all the rebuild movies for Evangelion.
And this latest project, we've explained this before.
Yeah.
But I'm just covering it again here. The latest movie he did was this one, Shin Kamen Rider. And it's not that they're in the same universe, it's that they're the same guy who directed them all.
Right.
So it's part of this thing called the
Shin Japan Heroes universe.
Japan Hero Universe, SJHU. And we talked about the mech that they're releasing. And that's what this all comes from. Like I said, the movie itself does not like connect to any of those. It's just how this guy Hideaki Anno would do a Kamen Rider film or a Kamen Rider project.
Right. This is his take.
So this movie features some sadness.
Oh yeah.
It's not, well, excuse me. Jeez. You've seen Evangelion.
Yes.
So what parallels to Evangelion do you see in this film?
For one, the first thing out of the gate, the scoring of this movie, definitely Hideaki Anno-esque in the way that he does all of his movies. Great music. The pacing of the movie, very Anno. Slow with high points and high action octane, very dramatic. Also the character backstories and the way that they're addressed and the way that we're shown them is very Anno. Flashbacks and slight mentions and all that, and a slow progression of more and more of how dramatic the story is. The way he did Shin Godzilla was different in that it's a slow burn throughout. Yeah, it's great. It's the most interesting, boring movie you'll ever see in your life. It is so good. And I'm glad to say that this is not the same. This definitely has some slower pace moments, but it all, it all works out. With this character here, Ruriko, she is not really the sidekick, more of like the heroine of the whole story. she is the daughter of the scientist that gave Ichigo his powers, and she's leading this cause for Ichigo. She's the one that let him out and gave him like his free will. Yeah.
Helped him escape, yeah.
What do you think about her character?
Like I said, I had seen some of Kamen Rider. I don't remember her. Was she in the show?
She was. She's a totally different character.
Like the kind of person she is?
Right.
She's not a badass?
No, she's just the daughter of the scientist.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean she does have those moments.
I do remember in the show, didn't he also say like his last words were take care of her or something like that in the show? I don't know, maybe I'm lying.
It's like I said before, this movie the show was in the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
So her role was to be the leading lady. She was just to be the pretty face there. So I'm glad that they made her character like
capable.
Yeah, so much better than what she is in the actual show.
Yeah.
With the introduction of this character also, Kamen Rider Zero, number 0, who has a belt very, very similar to Kamen Rider V3 with the twin turbines.
Okay.
His character is at the end very climactic. He's pretty much the big bad.
Yeah. Are we doing spoilers?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
We didn't let anybody know.
No. Let's transition to spoilers.
Okay. Hold on, real quick before we do that. Without getting into spoilers, one of my issues with the pacing in this movie was everybody sort of gets convinced in a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real struggle for anybody in what their next thing to do is. And I don't know if that's the way Anno writes his stuff, or if that's just how he wanted to do this particular movie. But the beginning, Hongo very easily is convinced to be a Kamen Rider and do what he's got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever the government comes to work with them, they very easily, we'll work with you. Nigo very easily, I'm gonna go by myself. Well, actually, I'm gonna help out. The character, whenever you have something like that, in my opinion, it makes the characters feel less real,
mm-hmm.
and it makes them feel more like tools that the writer, the director, whatever, is using to get the story along. When you have character, like, it just feels it could have been anybody to play these roles or to say yes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would have preferred a little. I mean, again, like I said before, that would have made this a little longer, but I would have preferred more hesitation. There was one bit of hesitation where they were gonna go to the Bat Og,
right?
And Ichigo didn't go immediately.
Right.
He thought about it, but that was to build tension, to have the audience second guess. Oh, is he gonna show up? He's not gonna show up. I mean, he's gonna show up, but it's to also show the girl, the Ruriko, in trouble and all that, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So, not that I had a really big problem with it. It's just something I noticed that everybody in this film is completely no conversations, just boom, we're doing this, and then it happens.
No, yeah, I feel that definitely. For some of the characters, I would say less so for Nigo here in this picture right here. Only for the fact that he did want to not be with them for after he got his memories back and like his core motivation, because he has that strong mental will. Because his character is like a loner. He came back because of the scarf. Like that was his reason coming back. Mm-hmm. His mentality was that he has to, but he did this for Ruriko.
But at least with Ichigo, they do that one quick little, when he introduced himself to Ruriko.
Yeah. He
goes, hey, I'm Jackson Hongo, and she lists off top of his class,
and the other.
Yeah. So we know about him in that sense. So if you get when he turns around and goes, yes, he'll do it or whatever, it's kind of makes sense and feels right, because he just is like a good guy, justice guy or whatever, and that helps because the people who are watching this movie are the people who already know about Kamen Rider. So that's part of why I think he let like no struggle in conversation happen, because like you guys know what you're watching, you know what you're getting into. Let's do this. But like I was saying, with him, you know, he's like justice guy. With Nigo, we don't get any of that. We don't know who the hell he is in this movie. We just know that he likes the scarf and he'll do it because he likes the scarf.
Well,
right?
he introduced himself immediately. He said he was supposed to be a photographer and a journalist.
Yeah. But that's it. You know, and again, this is, like I said, the people who are watching this are probably people who already seen Kamen Rider, familiar with it. My thing about Hongo is that he is broken. Like, as a human already, before even chosen for this, he's just an amazing person. And he got chosen for this. It's kind of like Captain America.
Yeah.
So you can sort of wave away, oh, that's why he's doing that, because it's the right thing to do, and he's like a goody two-shoes or whatever. But you don't get that with Nigo, in my opinion.
It's definitely not immediate. Whenever after the main thing, or a big plot point happens in the movie, Nigo does list a little bit more of his motivation.
He does want to stop Shocker.
Yeah, he does want to stop Shocker, but he also is content with his previous life. In the movie, he says he used to be a journalist. His pen and his words.
Recorder.
Oh yeah, his pen and his recorder were tools to fight evil. But now that he has the belt and all that, now he can fight evil in his own way. Which, that's it. There's no more development for his character that needs to be like that. Even though you definitely want more development like that. Like how Ichigo has. Overall, I think Nigo was like... Nigo is like set up for his own story. It feels like he was a little bit rushed.
So let's get into spoiler talk now. Before we do, out of 10, what do you think?
8.5.
Okay. I want to say 7.
This is my favorite Anno film.
Okay.
Like,
well, you haven't seen Ultraman.
No, I haven't seen Ultraman.
I doubt you're gonna like that.
No. From what I've heard, it's more camp than regular Ultraman, so that's
okay.
Fun. This is my favorite Anno film, higher than Shin Godzilla, and man, higher than the Rebuild movies too, which is crazy if you know what I'm talking about. I guess it's just my own personal connection to Kamen Rider, but I feel like this is a really good reimagining and retelling of Ichigo.
Yeah, see, like he's totally fine with this shit. It doesn't take him much to convince him that don't worry about this.
Well, yeah. Right afterwards, they said he can turn back to human at any point.
Yeah, but his body is still forever fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go into spoilers. They actually kill him.
Oh yeah, no, but that's what happens
in the show.
Yeah, he's dead. He dies.
I thought he comes back.
He's a cyborg, dude.
Yeah. That's not coming back in this.
No, he's definitely not coming back.
Yeah,
in this.
But in the show, he comes back all the time.
Yeah, well, he came back. Oh, super much later. But yeah, he comes back like periodically.
Because he's a robot or whatever. He's not. He's a
He's the android.
Android cyborg boy.
Cyborg. That's what it is. No, but the way that they explain the deaths, no bodies or anything, is that every agent of Shocker has a thing in their body that makes their corpse dissolve and dissipate right after,
like into foam.
Yeah, like foam, like after their death.
Like that kind of foam.
Oh, hey, look at that. So that's every character in the movie, including Ruriko, Ichigo, Nigo, Zero, even the professor. Every agent of Shocker has that surgery or whatever. And they kill him. He's supposed to come back, like canonically, but with this foam, his body's gone. Right, but his aura is Prana.
Prana?
Prana.
No. Is that what it was?
Piranha. Funny, we've seen this movie twice, and Piranha.
And you've read the word.
And I've read the word. Oh, yeah, it's Prana. No. Prana. I think it's Prana. Anyways, they kill him in the movie very heroically. He sacrifices himself, sort of, to kill and redeem Kamen Rider Zero. In that way, his body dissipates, but his piranha is still transferred into the helmet, which is saved at the end because Ruriko implemented that bit of code. Oh, that's also different from the source material. In the original, it's all former NAZI technology and leadership and all that. This movie is all about technology, AI, robotics, science.
Yeah, it kind of touches on a religion that started kind of recently in Japan.
Yeah,
relatively recently, called the Happy Science Club.
Yeah, Happy Science.
This movie kind of touches on that, and I don't want to get into it because I don't know a lot about that. But the thing about this version of Shocker is that they're trying to make happiness for everybody on Earth or something like that.
Right. The creator was
Billionaire.
a billionaire, a Japanese billionaire, doomer. So he's constantly just sad or whatever. He's a doomer.
Anno.
Yeah. And Anno. Yes, Anno. His main purpose for creating Shocker, his main purpose for creating the AI.
Yes, an AI that runs
was to discover happiness for all humans, how to create happiness for all humans. Once he realizes that it's not his thing to do, he offs himself, gives the responsibilities to the AI, I and K, who was formerly J. Once he offs himself and he gives that responsibility to the AIs create Shocker. The idea for Shocker is instead of trying to create a world full of happiness and create everyone's personal happiness, they're trying to destroy everyone's greatest despair. And that is the foundation to create happiness for all of humanity.
Yeah.
Their motto is Shocker, if you want to be happy, be. Which is very cult-like.
Yeah.
The implication of that is that if you want to be happy, be, in parentheses, Shocker. Which is similar to the motto for Happy Science, right?
I don't know if that's their motto, but
yeah. But yeah, the whole thing about Happy Science is that, from what I know, they want to create happiness. It's just about happy. And you have to pay a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Pay a bunch of money. They've taken some of our Toku actors.
Like I said, we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
But it was interesting that they touched on that, and they kind of also touched on COVID.
Yeah, a little bit.
They did talk about like a famine. So they mentioned a lot. The driving force of this film is Ichigo gets his powers. And they're very quickly approached by an anti-Shocker organization to help fight the rest of these Augs that the Shocker organization made. And these Augs are kind of, you can see them as like if this was a video game, those are the boss characters.
Right.
Kind of like a Mega Man. So Ichigo is the Mega Man, and then the bosses are the other men that are there. So throughout the film, they keep saying that it's insect-infused Augs.
Right.
But the very next Aug that he fights, the first Aug, by the way, is not insect; it's a spider.
Right.
That's an arachnid.
It's arachnid.
And then the second one he fights is a bat.
Right.
Not at all bug or anything.
No.
Which when we watched it the second time, I was trying real hard to see if there was a throwaway line, like, oh, he was a test when they were trying to move away from bugs or whatever. Nah, it just was like that.
For all intents and purposes.
I know in the show,
yeah,
the bat is one of the earlier ones that he fights too.
Yeah, he's the second one.
Yeah, and that's why, and it looks terrible.
Oh, so
it looks
bad.
so scary.
Yeah. In the original show, not in this one.
Yeah, in the original show. Well,
no, I mean, he looks
nice looking here.
I mean, it's not like bad as in like
Bats.
it looks. It's not bat as in like it looks terrible.
There's a spider one, by the way.
Oh, the spider. Yo, he is so cool. I'll get into that a little bit. The bat is not bad as in like it looks bad, but it's bad as in like he looks like a scary man.
Yeah.
He looks like a bat.
He looks like a bat.
Too much like a bat.
Yeah, so I thought that was interesting that they said, because after this was what? Scorpion?
Yeah, which they kill off screen.
Yeah, and then Hachi?
Yeah, the wasp.
The wasp, and then butterfly.
No. Chameleon gecko.
Yeah, but that wasn't part. That was an extra one, which does not get explained.
No.
But he was a chameleon.
Chameleon.
Kamakiri. Mantis.
Chameleon mantis. Yeah.
Kamakiri. Ouch!
Which he does say that Big Brother Spider. So
yeah,
I guess they're related.
They're part of the same organization.
They're all Augs.
I do like how he got his name.
I love that. Yeah, I was just about to say it's so cool. He got his name because he's a rider. Because Ruriko gave him the scarf.
Yeah.
Because he rides a motorcycle. Ruriko gave him the red scarf and says, if you're gonna tag along with me, you have to have better fashion sense. Riders wear Heroes wear red,
or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, riders wear scarves. Heroes wear red.
So what'd you think of this? The level of violence.
Right out the bat, it was crazy. I thought it was.
I won't stay on that for too long.
Yeah, I think it was very show accurate. He does have that strength, but he has more self-control in the show. But here, it's explained that whenever he has the helmet on and he has the prana flowing through his body, it puts him in Ultra Instinct.
Basically.
Yeah, and it negates his reaction to bloodshed so that he can kill for longer without having the repercussions.
So why didn't those dudes turn to foam?
They did. Just later.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't ever see their bodies turn to foam, but we also don't ever see their bodies like 2 seconds after they're killed. Which I just assume is like, we just gotta move on real quick. We got more bodies to put on this pile.
This movie just felt like, okay, just move on. You get it, we'll go on. Which, with this, how did he make a whole bunch of other Kamen Rider, like, mooks?
Well, he didn't.
No, who he? Butterfly?
Yeah, he didn't do that.
Who did?
The AI. Yeah.
Okay. What about Nigo?
Nigo was the butterfly's creation.
So.
Well, that's not explained.
No, at all.
No.
Because there's several times where they call Ichigo the masterpiece, the best work. Because he's turned human or whatever. And then Nigo's here. He's the exact same.
Well, yeah.
No big deal.
I mean, they still have the blueprint, I guess.
Would they? I would imagine. That's what I thought too in my head. But I would imagine they'd like delete that, right? Or get rid of it before anybody else could do that. And if that's the case, why not just keep doing it?
Who would delete that? What do you mean?
Professor.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
But
yeah, that does make sense.
That was my thing too. Is when Nigo was a thing. Like how?
Mm-hmm.
What drove this, and how is he not praised for also being a miracle?
Right.
Well, he was even better than a miracle because he was brainwashed by Shocker.
Yeah.
He was, doing their bidding or whatever.
And he had a higher mental strength.
Yeah, because he was still joking around like his normal self.
He still had his personality.
So that was just weird to me. The rider kicks in this movie were beautiful.
Oh my god! Every rider kick in this movie made. The first time I saw the first rider kick was in the trailer. Unfortunately, every trailer that comes out of this movie is spoilerific. But whenever I first saw that rider kick, man, I was in love immediately. And every rider kick in this movie had its own purpose and its own like meaning behind it.
Kill,
but also like you hurt my friend, and that's it. Like you killed my friend. But yeah, like that. This rider kick signifies the coming together of these two riders. And like their friendship and their bond. They're double riders is what Hongo says.
From now on, I'll be Kamen Rider too. That means we're like double riders. Yeah.
Yeah, Hongo. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, Hongo. Ichimonji-kun. Hongo, shut the
that whole
fuck up.
thing.
Hongo, just call me Ichimonji. Like, okay, Ichimonji. I'll call you Ichimonji.
Yeah, they.
I love that actually. That's really good.
Yeah.
Because Hongo's a loner.
I did like her. Everybody loves her.
She's the best.
I like that they had a strong female villain that was able to kind of carry herself. Her fight was pretty good, but it was short because Hongo could just do it to her.
Oh, just straight up.
But there was that connection she had with Ruriko, and I did like again, kind of like a video game. The next bad guy they fought would have another more connection with Ruriko,
right?
But you would not find that out until you get to it. Like, oh, actually, I know the professor guy because my dad was working on his vaccines for his antidote. Oh, actually, she grew up with me. I knew her from when I was little. You know, I know her real name. Oh, actually, that's my brother. So it just kept getting more and more until it'd be hilarious for the last one. Actually, it's me. Now you gotta fight me.
Now you gotta fight
I'm the
me.
most familiar person you know.
Hey, I died? No, not really. I'm actually the big bad. I'm actually the AI.
Yeah. Actually got that from the trailers.
Damn, man. Golly. All right, so to piggyback off that with Ruriko, her character and the connection that she has, which is in the show canonical, but in the movie it's very convenient. She's obviously the professor's daughter, but she's also an AUG with a fake womb of synthetic womb, a Shocker synthetic womb. So she didn't have a mother; she only has a father. In that way, she grew up alongside Shocker, so she knows all these guys.
Yeah,
just like how you said. So it's a very convenient way of like, okay, where's the next one? Ruriko knows. Okay, where's the next one? Ruriko knows.
Yeah.
They tried to get to Scorpion, but Ruriko's hacking couldn't, change the venom or the toxin that she had, which ends up being the reason how they kill Hachioger.
Whoa.
Well,
it is funny that in Kinoger, there was a whole thing about somebody using the Scorpion True God's venom.
Yeah, and it happened.
And it happened in this too. Scorpion's venom to kill. It's just funny. That's how Japanese people see Scorpion venom, I guess.
That's how the Japanese people see the venom as like, okay, the venom that can kill anything. It's the big bad. I like her development a lot. I like how throughout the movie they really express that this is not a romantic relationship. This is a relationship built on trust, which is so good. I really like that they didn't shoehorn a relationship.
Yeah,
like how they sort of did in the series. This is really good. I like this a lot. A really good gag, which didn't get a lot of laughs in the second time, but did get a lot of laughs in the first time, was Ichiro, the brother, the butterfly, asks Hongo, "Did you sleep with my sister?"
Oh yeah.
Did you sleep with my sister? Hongo says, our relationship isn't romantic. It's based on trust. And he said, okay.
I don't want to.
Then you're of no use to me. I don't give a shit. Which is great because it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So
I really like her character overall.
We're getting close to wrapping up. We're at 40 minutes.
Damn. Time goes.
I wanted to real quick mention where I thought we could split this into 2 movies.
Oh, yeah.
So I think you can split this into 2 movies and take each of the 2 movies and expand more, so you have more meat on these 2 movies to make them feel worth it. But the first movie would be up until Hachi-Og. That would be the end of the first movie.
Right.
And the second movie would be following that to the end, which would just be Butterfly Dude. That he would be the whole villain for the whole movie, for the second movie, if they made that.
And her dying.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, in terms of what you're doing in the film.
Oh, I see.
You're battling him more only. And you also get more Nigo. You would get more Butterfly. You get more about the past where you see her family likes motorcycles and all that. Mm-hmm. And then the first movie, in my proposed splitting this up into 2, you can get more into her backstory with the Hornet. You can get more into the Bat, maybe. You know, you can flesh some scenes out that you need. What I really would have liked to see is Hongo normal. When he wasn't, because you don't, like, even in the first episode of Kamen Rider, it does start with this escape scene.
So it does start both instances start the same. He is a cyborg. He's created by Shocker. Oh my god, he has to wake up. What is this? How am I so strong? Mm-hmm. Immediate fight scene.
Yeah.
That's how they both start.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I would like to see, because in the show you get a chance to see Hongo normally and walking around and stuff, and you see that he's pretty godlike.
Yeah.
I would love to see that here for him, just so that we do get a more fleshed out Ichigo, because despite the fact that he did die in this movie, I don't think it hit me the way it should have.
It hit me a bit harder, but I knew oh, I see. It hit me deep when it happened, but only because I saw it coming. Immediately, whenever they introduced Nigo, whenever I saw Nigo in the movie, in the trailers, I knew, okay, Nigo's here. That means Ichigo has to exit soon. And I'm glad that they waited till like the last 10 minutes of the movie for him to exit and then not really die because his prana is still there. Man, that's good. They use a shot twice. Mm-hmm. They use a shot twice, Anno, which he does. He does do that. That's another thing. He reuses shit, which is great. If there was ever a complaint about this movie that I'd make, there was no Akira slide. I would have wanted to see an Akira slide at least once. That's my only complaint about the movie. That's the only major complaint about the movie I have. Yeah. Aside from it's slow and it's fast and it's slow.
You're right, though. It does kind of feel like it could set up for a sequel. Which we're not getting, apparently. You said.
Yeah. Well, there's no word about it.
Shin Godzilla also set up for a sequel or something at the end.
Yeah.
And it's been way too long for anything to come out of that. I really wanted a sequel to Shin Godzilla, but I guess we're not getting that. Yeah. Just like we're not getting one here. But I feel like this could warrant it more because it very much is like, let's see the new adventures of what's going to happen next, you know?
Like how you said, how would we split this into 2 perspective movies? What if this is already the split of one movie that was split into 2 movies? And that's why it's so fast paced and jumping all over the place.
Then it should be 3 movies. I think this should be 2 movies. This one movie should be 2 movies.
In my head, whenever you brought that up, because I didn't think about that before, this could be a good setup for Nigo, who was Kamen Rider for a lot longer than Ichigo was in the show. More of like a prologue movie to Nigo's adventure, now being 02 plus 01. Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
The Kamen Rider.
Nano, you can name it that if you want to. The stupid ass naming convention 02 plus 01.
I love that he does that though. It's so confusing. It's so confusing.
I am in love with them redoing this scene from the show.
Oh, that was like point for point.
Where they at the end of the movie they show a little clip show of the show.
Yeah.
So like help celebrate and everything. It's just really nice to see the 70s effects and everything. But yeah, this sequence gets basically shot for shot redone. It looks really nice.
That's what I was also going to say. The beginning 30 minutes of this movie is shot as if it was back in the Showa era. The sound design, the way that everything is shot, the scenes, the sets and like the locations, it feels like they made a Showa now. Just based on like what I said and how it feels. The beginning of the movie with Kamen Rider, Ruriko's on the ground, Spider Og gets him, but then they hear the cricket, the wind, the that was a bad sound effect. The better. And then they cut up to Kamen Rider and he's looking up, or the camera's looking up and he's looking down, and it's just that one singular shot of it could be a picture, but it's not. That is very Showa. That was in the original series. But I'm glad that it didn't keep that style for most of the movie. I'm glad that it did have that in the beginning, though. Just for like a little homage. If you didn't see it, should have saw it. Too bad.
Try to get it when it's on streaming or the Blu-ray of it. It helps to support these Kamen Rider American releases officially.
Yes.
And I'm sorry if you're listening to this from any other country. I wish there was more we could do to help you guys get more of this stuff as well. I know there's struggles in Europe and other parts of the world,
Mexico,
that don't get this stuff officially. Do what you gotta do in the meantime. I'm not gonna blame you. But for us here in America, if you guys can, you want to see more of this, don't forget to support it. Even though this feels less of a Kamen Rider effort and more of a Shin universe effort thing.
Yes, definitely.
It's still Kamen Rider, so it does help you guys, support this when you can. I guess the showings are all over, but there are some figures and stuff you can get from Two Collectibles. This.
Go to Two Collectibles right now and look up Shin Kamen Rider.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the Shotos.
Yeah.
There's a set that comes with him and Cyclone.
Really?
And it's a Shoto.
Oh,
and he has a trench coat you can remove.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. So
it's $85.
Yeah, okay, never mind. I am gonna get the figurized superhero of Ichigo though. I've seen a lot of pictures and a lot of repaints of that where you can make him Nigo and where you can make him 02 plus 01. And I've seen a lot of repaints of that where you can make it super modern or super retro style. Just to go back.
Ichigo, Nigo.
Oh, what was I gonna say? Something about
B3 Rider Man.
Oh, I was gonna say something about Ichigo.
I thought you were gonna jump on singing that.
Ichigo, Nigo, V3 Rider Man X, Amazon Stronger, Sky Rider, Super 1, Z Cross, Black, RX, Shin, Z, O, J, A.
Okay.
Kuga, Agito, G, Suri.
You know all of it?
Kai, yeah.
What are you thinking of getting?
Oh, the figurize.
Look.
Oh, that's so cool.
What, her?
Yeah.
Figurize is gone.
Oh my god.
Here.
Figurize is gone. Kuga, Agito, G, Suri, Ryuki, Naito, Faizu, Kaiza, Bude, Gaben, Hibiki, Ibuki, Kabuto, Gataku, Den, O, Zero no Sokiva. No?
I don't know, man.
I got that messed up. Decayed. Yes.
This is great because there's shots in the movie where he's just standing there.
So
he's just the man standing.
He's just the man. It's supposed to be like he's alone. Like that's the image that they're trying to show, that he is the loner and he is like alone in this moment by himself, and he's just a sad guy. But for us in the Western audience that know memes and we live memes, he's just the standing emoji.
He's the standing man emoji. It's pretty great.
It's hilarious. I try to take it as seriously as I can, but dude, it is funny whenever he shows up and he's just standing.
What's the whole arms you swap out? I bet.
Maybe just that middle piece. No, the arms.
Whole arm. There's no picture of what all comes in it, but
okay. Yeah, I'm getting that. That's easy.
There it is again. See?
Find the picture of Anno in the Kamen Rider.
In the Kamen Rider.
So Anno cosplayed Ichigo back in the 80s. There he is. There's my boy. Yeah, there you go. That's him. That's the man. There he is. Oh, sad boy. He's a sad boy. He's been a sad boy for about 45 years. That's a good picture. There you go.
That is a full-on cosplay.
That's full leather. That's full leather belt, custom designed helmet to fit his preferences. That's a silk scarf. Oh, look at that. According to his wife, Moyoko, Anno had developed his own unit of measurement based on the standard size of Kamen Rider toys for their furniture and wore his rider costumes in the moments leading up to their wedding.
This is the power of autism, folks.
Oh my god, he's just like me for real. Oh my god. He's just like me for real, for real. Hey, believe you me, if I had the money, I would dress up as Kamen Rider.
I know.
God damn it, it's so cool.
I need to see him do a Sentai. They had him do the same.
They had him do the same. Of course they did, dude.
Wow, she looks really different.
She didn't have that color jacket.
No. Hey,
you did it. Yeah, no. So this was
that's 100% different.
So these were the promotional images when we first got the announcement for Shin Kamen Rider. This was the original
look.
Yeah, the original look, the camera test, photo test for Ruriko and Ichigo next to each other. They went an entirely different direction for costuming for Ruriko. Which I like. What the fuck is this?
You ruined it.
What are you doing? Can't a guy just like Toku not be bombarded with viruses and ads?
No.
Oh, that's right. Anyways, if you didn't see it, you should go back in time and watch it. Haha. Too bad you didn't watch it. It's a good movie. You should go see it. I saw it twice, and I want to go. I want to see it again.
There's also the Nigo.
It's not a set?
Oh, it's 2.
What the fuck? I thought it was a set.
No.
God, Toku Electables, you're taking all my money. Dan, or whatever the hell his name is. We met him at Power Morphicon. You're taking all my money, dude.
I like the size difference too between Nigo and Ichigo. Ichigo is shorter than Nigo.
Yeah.
Mario is shorter than Luigi.
Which is the total opposite in the show.
In real life?
In real life, yeah.
Because Hongo is a man.
Yeah, so...
I forgot his name.
Are you serious?
His real life name.
Oh. Takeshi Hongo? Ooh, hiccups. Ugh. I got hiccups. Oh, come on. It's right there. You got it.
Hiroshi Fujioka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any final words or thoughts?
Today, I am Shin Tokutoni.
Uh-oh.
Tomorrow, I will be regular Tokutoni.
Oh. Tomorrow's in 10 minutes.
But for today, I'm a sad boy. In a sad loner world. I'm Anno.
Okay.
I'm a loner. I ride motorcycles and I camp on the outside.
yeah, this was a fun movie.
It was a really sad moment too.
I needed more exposition.
I'm sorry. That was such a sad moment that like is overlooked. They're camping outside because they just finished invading Hachiodra's building or whatever. They're outside camping, and Ruriko says,
I didn't react to him saying Hachiodra.
No. Ruriko says to Hongo, man, it's like you're comfortable out here. And Hongo says, yeah, I camp outside. I go, places. I just camp in woods.
I camp when I'm touring with my motorcycles.
Yeah. He's a loner.
Yeah.
He ain't got no one. And I was like, damn, dude. Shit. And that hurt me right in my heart. Because I love him. Go see it.
I thought it was a good time. We saw it twice. Get a chance whenever it's streaming or Blu-ray or whatever. It was a lot of fun, and as I said before, the people who are watching this are people who probably are already familiar with Kamen Rider.
Right.
So you'll probably like it more than the average person. I don't know if I'd throw somebody who has no idea what Kamen Rider is at this, because they'll have way more questions than I have. But again, yeah, it was a fun time. I have been Super Blast X. You can catch me everywhere, Super Blast X. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And I have been Shin Tokutoni. I am Tokutoni everywhere except for Twitter. On Twitter, I am Tony Toku.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. This was another special episode review thing. We hope to hear from you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.